Greetings, Battle Brothers. It is I, Brother Fluffy, and today we will be playing Space Hulk Deathwing. Space Hulk Deathwing is a first-person cooperative shooter that is set in the Warhammer 40k universe. Oh, and we're going in. And as you can see, we are here in this boarding torpedo with my Battle Brothers, assaulting an enemy Space Hulk. And we seem to have arrived. What fortuitous timing. Stand by for briefing.
Brother Librarian, the initial boarding strike is proceeding, but we have lost contact with Squad Gideon. Your sensorium should receive Gideon's beacon signal, though it will be weak. We need Squad Gideon to secure the breaching zone. Locate them as quickly as possible. When you are successful, proceed to secure the landing area to establish the full bridgehead. Praise the Lion.
Meh. And here you see our character, the epistolary, the psyker, basically a psychic. And what makes all three of these characters unique is they wear Terminator armor, or tactical dreadnought armor. So you can see it is a huge suit of adamantium. It's got ceramite plates that are about, I think it's a meter thick. And it's so heavy that it needs its own exoskeleton. You can see the some of it on the legging there in order to power it. As a result, you were a walking one-man tank. It takes a lot of hits to fell you. These are all the weapons. I haven't unlocked them because this is the beginning of the campaign. Although, we did unlock the Stormbolter Mark II, which is unfortunately still in French. The developers of this game are French. I guess they never got around to the English translation. They call it the Stormbolter Mark II, but as you can see, it's actually an older pattern bolter. This is more like a combo bolter more than an actual Stormbolter Mark II. It's also impossibly loud and really spits out shells at a rapid rate. This is more like the combo bolter you would see used by Chaos Terminators rather than Imperial Terminators. So we're going to go with the old Stormbolter, classic Stormbolter there, and going to stick with the Force Sword because it's got a better swing to it, and I just think it looks cooler. Psychic powers, these are the only two I have. Now we'll move on to Brother Baratheon, or Baratheon, depending on how you want to pronounce it. As you can see here by his shoulder pad, he's actually a former member of the Deathwing. He did a tour in the Deathwing, which is basically the Imperium of Man's anti-alien brigade. They're sort of fun stuff. Alright. And he's got a Stormbolter or an Assault Cannon. He is our heavy weapons guy, so we're going to keep the Assault Cannon. That thing's basically a big, giant, friggin' chain gun. And we're going to go ahead and switch to Brother Nahum, who is our doctor, our apothecary. He's got an Arthecium, so he can heal myself, himself, or Brother Baratheon. And I could Lightning Claws, but at that point you lose an Arthecium and he stops becoming a healer and a regular another assault unit. And so we're not going to do that. We're going to stick with an Arthecium because I like having heals on hand. The squad has been selected. We will now deploy. Yeah, we're going to need light here.
Waypoint reached. Brother Librarian, command Barakiel to follow you. He will protect your back. So, we start seeking for Gideon's squad. We're sending Gideon's beacon channel to you. Swift vengeance.
Alright, and here we are. First thing you notice is that it looks beautiful. I mean, these guys really did pay a ton of attention to detail with this game. I mean, everything down to the little Adeptus Mechanicus logos, the boarding torpedoes, just the sheer design of every single level here of every level of the Hulk is absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it. They did really spend attention to detail on making it look good. Unfortunately, it's not very well optimized. It stutters. You'll probably notice some frame rate issues, especially around here. Unfortunately, that seems to be an issue with just the game overall, less on the system. Obviously, you'll get less frequent slowdowns on higher-end PCs than what I have, but you're still going to have some problems, unfortunately. Check the map. So you can see they have scanned the area for us. I need to be here. So here's where I go. And these guys behind me. Now, this is set in the Warhammer 40k universe. These guys literally coined the term grimdark. We are members of the Dark Angels chapter of Space Marines. And these are genetically engineered super soldiers who protect the Imperium of Man at all costs, which is sort of like the Roman Catholic Church in space.
I am in place. In position.
Oops, wrong one. Follow. Heal. No.
Mission accomplished.
Ah, locked. Okay. You can actually give your squad mates commands.
It is done.
I did not want to lock that door. Oh well. But you can give them commands to lock the doors. Now, some doors you do want to lock behind you because it can be a problem. You have gene stealers; they will swarm you unless you block the access routes, force them to come at ways that you and you alone can defend there. And here we have one of our mapping servo skulls. Yeah, it used to be a person, but they took his head and put a robot inside of him. As I said, very grimdark. Okay. I don't want to go that way. As I said, there are some optimization issues here. I see my frame rate, for some reason, tanks real hard in this particular area. I don't know why, but it does. They've made some pretty big improvements to it, but it still had its problems. Okay. And here is a little screen here. And this will actually auto-save for you, so this is basically our checkpoint system. But it does have some flavor text to it. So basically, these guys found something. Basically, what happens is they found a Space Hulk. And what a Space Hulk is in the 40k universe, people travel through the warp. Basically, it's an alternate dimension, subspace, whatever you want to call it. But it's possible to get lost in there. And if you were lost in the warp, eventually everyone on board the ship will die, and the ship will just drift a dead Hulk in space in the warp. And as it drifts, it will bump into other ships, and eventually, if they bump hard enough, and eventually you have a massive rock, detritus, all sorts of other goodies in there, and these things become just massive, as the name implies, hulks of just ships that are kind of slammed together. Some parts will have atmosphere, some parts will not have atmosphere. Some parts will have power, some parts will not have power. It's just a grab bag. But a lot of nasty species do like to infest Space Hulks. Orcs will glom onto Space Hulks to find out where they're going. Gene Stealers especially, because they can spread their cult. Oh, that's certainly not good. And that's fresh. That's fresh. Whereas everyone else is dried up and emaciated, that's new. Oh, Gene Stealers. As I said, Gene Stealers are somewhere in the Space Hulk. What do we got over here? Oh! Well, this didn't end well for somebody.
My prescient power lets me see a prediction of the future.
Man, I hope that's not gonna be us. Oh, there's a relic here. That's what's left of a Gene Stealer. Okay, taking a look. And just gonna take a look right around here. Oh, it's close. I can hear it. It's real close. Oh, probably down the store. Ha! How fortuitous. Nope, nope, not this way. Getting quieter. Where is it? Aha! Oh, really? Gonna have Dark Angels that, Blood Angels that? Yeah, figures. Okay, so found a minor relic. Okay, that really just boosts the score, doesn't give you anything. Let's see. I'm going the wrong way. Okay. Yeah, let's keep on exploring. Yeah, get down with my bad tails. I'm not sure I really want to find out what's causing that crunching noise. Ew. Let's see, chapel. Okay. And as you can see here, as the name implies, we're working with the Deathwing company of the Dark Angels chapter. These guys are... a little bit, they have a checkered past, let's say. And what's down here? Nothing. Huh. Alright. A chapel, because... oh, yikes. Ah, I hear the whispering again. Do you hear it? It calls to us. Along with dropping frame rates. Woohoo! We found a relic. Let's see. So we can see what... ah, reliquary. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that real quick. Alright, so this is all the major relics you can find. And you get it by basically exploring the whole of the Hulk. And when you get all of them, it puts together a big giant copy of a Space Marine. Alright. As you can see here, that's the Omnissiah. This is an Adeptus Mechanicus vessel, which is basically tech support taken to a religious level. If you ever call tech support and you think you're on a hold now, wait till you have to hear the 17 sacred prayers and anointings before you're able to start the engine. Although, to be fair, it probably would be a lot cooler if we got to wear robes and have, like, really cool pseudo-arms, like, strapped to our back. But that's just me. Anywho, the Dark Angels are a bit of a odd chapter. Not my favorite chapter. For a lot of reasons. For starters, they're a semi-loyalist chapter. There's two... Space Marines come in two flavors. Loyalist chapters, which serve the God Emperor of mankind. The default good guys, if anybody really can be considered quote-unquote good in the 40k universe. And Chaos Traitor chapters, the Traitor Legions. Okay. Impromptu dance sequence over. But back during the Horus Heresy, when half the Imperium warred with itself, the Dark Angels themselves fought. Half of them rebelled, and there was a bit of a kerfuffle. They blew up their own planet, and it just didn't end well for them. And when their planet blew up, it was consumed by the warp. So ever since then, they've been trying to hunt down all of the members of the original chapter and either get them to repent and then kill them, or kill them while torturing them. What the hell was that noise? Let's check them out.
Brothers, wolves of the Xenos.
As do I, brother. But I also hear the whisperings of the wall. But the Dark Angels, they all work to try and hunt the Fallen down. Now, it's not a widely known secret. In fact, they keep it as secret as possible, because if somebody ever found out that their chapter had rebelled during the Horus Heresies, that might be the end of the chapter. So they work to try and expunge this secret. The only people who are really privy to that knowledge are basically members of the Deathwing and the Inner Circle. There we go. As I said, not my favorite chapter. They're also a little bit of space racist. I mean, they're all kind of space racist, but used to have flavor text that Dark Angels won't even work for abhumans. They won't work if you're deploying abhumans, Ogryn, halflings, sort of thing. I much would have preferred had they gone with the original Blood Angels. There's kind of a story here, but it's really half-hearted. I think I would love to see the original Blood Angels. Heck, if they had just done the original Blood Angels flavored campaign, I would have loved that. Oh, now knock this wall down. Sound design ain't great either. Well, this went sideways.
May their shades fight on. An apothecary team is going to retrieve their protocol plans once the bridge is established. They will live on in us. I have an anomalous signal returning. Verify it first.
Alright, cool. Ugh, what a charnel house. Well, they're all dead. And as you can see, it also suffers from this weird rubber banding problem. Well, just gotta knock it down. Alright. As I said, I wouldn't have seen the Blood Angels original campaign, or a different chapter, like the Space Wolves. Would have loved to see a Space Wolf chapter. Space Wolves are just full of character. They're basically angry space Vikings. I'll take that. Back. And prepare for everything to go pear-shaped. Xenos approach.
Reactivate the defense grid at any cost.
Our foes approach quickly. We must reactivate local defensive systems to secure the bridgehead.
Indeed, brother. And for those of you who haven't picked up on it yet, all Space Marines, and even some of the Trader Marines, still refer to themselves as Brother. And yes, that is where Brother Fluffy comes from. The idea of a hulking Space Marine called Brother Fluffy was just too funny at one point. Alright. As you can see, even with
receiving strange signal echoes.
Uh-oh. As you can see, even though I was sworn by Gene Stealers, the Terminator armor still held. I'm still in the blue. Oh! Oh, did not pick them up on sensor. Oh, from behind. Let's get through this door and seal it quick.
Mission accomplished, brother.
Thank you, brother. Always double tap to make sure. Better keep moving forward. Keep moving. Best keep moving. Get to a door. Block them off from getting to us from behind. I hear them. Behind us.
It is done.
Alright, let's keep him busy. Alright. As you can see, there's still some frame rate issues, some freezing. I'm sure recording this isn't helping, but this frame slowdown still occurs even on higher settings. Okay. Oh, more of them.
It is done.
They'll keep coming. Alright, it's gonna turn on all the lights. Hi, Biggie. Objective completed. Alright, good. Alright, here we go.
The
Here they come.
activation of the generators has woken a dormant gene stealer.
It is time to establish the bridgehead to allow the main force to breach. Go to your assigned battle zone. Fast.
Need to get this relic over here. There we are. Back to the bridgehead. Oh! Okay, well, hi, all of you. Alright, we'll in, lock the door.
It is done.
Oh, hello. Fire good, fire burn. Usually not enough to kill him, but enough to make him think twice. Alright. And usually this is where we have the massive onslaught. Here they come. Heal up, brother. We're gonna want to start falling back here. Have Nahum heal Barakil.
Operation finished.
And me. There we go. As you can see, the Terminator readout on the right eventually went to yellow. It takes more damage. It goes red. There, quick autosave here. Alright. Shut that door and lock it.
Action complete.
Good. Uh-oh. I think they just figured out how to use doors. Yep, I figured out how to use doors. This is why closing this door was a bad idea, and now you only had to break it. Well, we can wander. There's no friendly fire here, so that's always good. Watch Brother Barraquil just lay down just a boatload of fire. That's why the only way you get past these doors if they don't block them is to destroy them, which takes 2 hits with a sword, or 1 hit with a power fist or a power mace. You cannot shoot them open. Alright, here we go.
XENOS Horde incoming.
Opposition. Glory to the Emperor. Glory to the Lion.
They are overwhelming us.
Theater. Or effectively hold them off. Slow down.
Without mercy.
Ship firing up.
Vengeance guides our weapons.
Where are they? Ah. I don't know, like the sound of that.
The XENOS are uncounted.
Boy. I think my trigger finger's starting to blister. Whew. Almost there. Oh!
Bridgehead secured. This is only the start. Commence the hunt.
And there we go. That's chapter 1. There we go. Okay. And as you can see, it rates how well you've done everything. Killed. I killed 178, which is apparently not perfect. I guess I let too many of the other guys did it. I got 4 fervor points, pretty close to as many as I can get. Cygate not used, again perfect. I found all the relics this time, which is a nice new one. I don't think I found all the relics in one mission before. And I unlocked the assault cannon, which is, as you saw with Brother Barakeel, it's his weapon. I can use it as well now. I still prefer to use the Storm Bolter because it's a little better up close as well. And as you can see, these guys love to get right up in your face. Overall, the game has some flaws, but honestly, I'm a big fan of Terminators. I've loved Terminator since like my first original space. Oh my god, like 1980 something. I started playing it in, I guess, 1992, 1982, or 1992, somewhere around then. And I absolutely love the style of Terminator armor. I love regular Terminators. I love Chaos Terminators. Always a part of my army when I play tabletop, and this allows me to strap on that armor. And that's the one thing this game absolutely nails, is just the feeling of being a Terminator Space Marine. That you were wearing this massive, hulking, just suit of armor that makes you just so darn unstoppable. And, you know, for all the flaws the game has, they are constantly working on it. They're actually still working on updates now. Apparently multiplayer is going to have progression now. It's going to have customization. Hopefully they'll add different chapters in there. I would love it if they'd unlock, like, you know, maybe some Dark Angel successor chapters, or even maybe a different, a non-Dark Angels chapter, like maybe see a Blood Angels chapter, or Space Wolves, or Ultramarines, or Raven Guard, or White Scars. But yeah, it's available now. Doesn't get as much attention as it should, and I definitely understand why. Hopefully, you know, as time goes on and they keep upgrading the game and optimizing it, that things will improve, things will continue to get better, because there's a lot of promise here. And I do think they absolutely nailed the Terminator part. It's just everything else, and they also nailed the detail and just the overall visuals. Just everything else is just, it needs a little work, but it could be great if they fix it, so hopefully they get to it. Again, my name is Brother Fluffy, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.